Hey everyone, I just finished a beautiful journey with the trees today. I'm out here in the Wissahickon Park on a spirit walk with Parker, a little boy, and we're sitting among the trees. You can see the Wissahickon down there, and all the trees are blowing in the wind. And I just find myself perched up here among the treetops, and the trees invited me to have a seat and listen to their story. And I came to the woods to find some inspiration for my full moon ceremony tonight, and I've been working on something really big in my life, starting my shamanic healing practice and opening up a healing sanctuary for plants, animals, and humans. And I've been learning a lot and studying a lot, and I always find wonderful wisdom and medicine when I come to the woods. And so when I got this invitation to sit among the trees and listen to their story, I sat down with open ears and an open heart, and their story just really captivated me, and I'd like to share it with you guys. I was talking to these trees over here, and they're just so tall and magnificent. They go all the way down to the forest floor. I don't know how far or how well you can see how high up I actually am, but I'm pretty high up. And also, don't mind my looks. It's a really cold, blustery day. But the journey of how these trees got here is quite an incredible story. You know, when the trees decide to reproduce, they drop their seeds from super high heights from the sky and falling all the way down to the forest floor. Such a fall for any other creature would be deadly, but it's the journey that the little tree seeds need to make if they want to become a tree. And so once they make it to the earth, to the forest floor, if they're not eaten, stompled on by humans or other animals, they find themselves in their place on this planet. And through years and years, they find themselves covered up with leaves, dirt, and the pressure gets more and more, and they find themselves deeper and deeper into the ground, losing sight of the light. The air gets thinner, and they find themselves in this deep, dark place, surrounded with lots of pressure, until the right formula of sunlight, of pressure, and of rainfall, the seed decides to crack open and break ground. And so through this miraculous process of breaking open, this little seed stretches up to the sky and grows deeper into the ground until one day it breaks ground and takes a big, deep breath of fresh air, looking at the sun and looking at its family and its community all around. This little sapling just broke ground, and its journey has just begun. And so this little sapling that is, just peeking out of the ground needs to survive all of the storms that life presents it, all of the weather, all of the seasons, every year shedding its leaves, branches breaking off, and then growing again and finding itself just a little bit taller and a little bit bigger. Every season in the winter, it finds itself bare and naked in the freezing cold, blowing in the wind. And every year, it finds itself just a little bit bigger and a little bit taller. And it spends decades going through this process of death and rebirth every fall and every spring. And as decades goes by of weathering the storms of life, this tree finds itself halfway there. There's still so much more to grow. There's still so much more to learn. There's still so much more to do. And so this tree spends the next 50 years growing and learning, weathering the storms of life. And before she knows it, she's standing among her family, her community, reaching up into the sky, praising the sun with gratitude and with love, reaching deep into the grounds below, firmly planted and grounded on her place on planet Earth. And so the journey of the trees is a lot like the journey of the human and the human experience. We may have more movements, we may have more freedoms, but every year we get another ring of wisdom around our belt. We get a little bit bigger, we get a little bit taller, we get a little bit wiser. And so perhaps the trees can teach us a lot about growth, about the human experience, about life, about perseverance, and what it means to be alive. And so I sit here in deep gratitude, perched among the trees, thankful for them sharing their story. Because I came here looking for inspiration for my full moon ceremony, and what I got was such a beautiful life lesson that brings tears to my eyes. Because I've been working on something really big in my life, and I've been feeling, like we all do at some times in life. We get confronted with a wall, or dead end, or resistance. And these beautiful trees that stand before me without their leaves, they're here telling all of us to stand tall, to be strong, to weather through any storm that life presents it. And one day you'll find yourself standing tall, praising the sun. And so I'm so thankful for this story. As I look at the sun, it feels so good because it's so cold and windy out. Parker's sunbathing too. He loves going on spirit walks with me. And so I thought that was just such a beautiful story. I wanted to share it with you guys. And I'm not one to make videos and be in the limelight or in the spotlight. That's not really who I am, but I felt, get over it and share this beautiful story because someone else may like hearing what the trees have to say as well. So I thank you for listening to the story of the trees. through their life cycle, and hopefully maybe one day we can go on a spirit walk together and talk to some more nature spirits and see what wisdom they can share with us. Happy full moon tonight, guys. It's a wolf moon in Leo. The sun is in Aquarius between Jupiter and Saturn. There's lots of things going on. There's lots of powerful energies. If you'd like to know more, hit me up and I'd be happy to share it with you. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.